Decision makers don't attend conferences, right? Right. That's why we don't put on conferences. We host the Shared Expertise Summits, a collaborative experience where decision makers like you come to have the consequential conversations that will change the world. Don't believe me, though. Hear what these decision makers had to say about the big insights they gained after attending our last summit.
Absolutely. It was last night during the initial time we all got together as a group during the cocktail hour. And to look around that room and see so many buyers at the conference was amazing to me. It really solidified in my mind that RPO as an industry had arrived, right? To have 61 buyers here at the conference, and many of them interested in basically saying, I've got a lot of confidence in RPO and I'm going to make a buy decision, was really exciting. So that, I would say that was my aha moment.
I think it was last night at the reception, and just seeing all of the buyers that were here and really all of the thought leaders from the recruiting and staffing industry and the types of conversations that we were having and really sharing the issues and problems in the industry and as well as the solutions.
I did. In fact, as I was listening to the keynote this morning, it became apparent to me that there is great energy and great passion around the movement within RPO today. And I think that the future is extremely bright for the RPO providers. And the buyers are looking for great solutions and want to see the RPO solution continue to evolve.
You know, I think it was when I was having a side conversation in the hallway with a potential customer, and it was more their aha of where things are. They had decided to come to the conference here just in the last week or so because they, like many of our customers, are seeing the market turn, and they felt more bullish about where 2010 is going to go. And to hear the enthusiasm, the positivity in that person's voice was probably the most enjoyable part of knowing where we're going with this industry and what next year is going to look like.
I had an aha moment yesterday. It was a session where a gentleman was talking about change and transformation and how we tend to use them interchangeably, but they're two different things, and he articulated his point of view, and it was brilliant. The simplicity in understanding that change is not transformation. To me, it was a huge aha moment, because sometimes we think we're going through transformation, when in fact we're simply changing certain things. And it has a lot of application in our business.
I'm not going to say it was one exact moment. I'd like to say that it was probably a theme that I saw. The RPO product in general has been evolving, and some groups think it's in its early stages, some think it's more mature. From Elliot's opening remarks about the fact that it's not a nascent product, that it's been around for a while, and then hearing some of the commonalities from the different business leaders within the RPO providers and what they're seeing and how their product is evolving and how the pricing is changing. It's all very consistent. It kind of validates where the product is going. So that's kind of more of a theme.
I've been here at the RPO Summit in Las Vegas for the last couple of days, and I had an aha moment today when we were sitting listening to all the great presentations, and I thought, there is no Twitter stream going on. We need to put some more social media into these conferences starting in 2010.
So we actually felt in this last quarter that 2008 left us and we've begun 2010. So we've seen considerable movement to the upside and seen clients being more optimistic, and we've also seen great activity in terms of new entrants to potential buyers for RPO services.
Well, you know, now is the time of year, December of 2009, that we get asked about, you know, how has the year gone and what are your predictions for 2010? And actually, one of my ahas for 2009 actually occurred in 2008. In about September of 2008, when we really saw the economy start to get shaky, I said to myself, this sounds like the early 80s, feels like the early 80s. We're going to see 10% unemployment. And you would have thought the sky was falling. I was the one that was so pessimistic. And unfortunately, regrettably, it really has come true.
You know, I don't want to talk any more about the beginning of 2009. So it was clearly late in the year and really probably in the last 10 weeks when we've seen the volume in some accounts that were, you know, almost frozen. They're hiring in the first part of the year start to come back, and not come back 10 or 12 recs at a time, but to come back to some of the volumes that they had this time last year.
I think it was, I think a lot of clients almost had a deer in the headlights mentality in early 2009 in terms of their recruiting and staffing strategies, because they were unable to hire and didn't think they were going to hire anytime soon. But over the course of the year, I think that has shifted tremendously, and I think that companies are very concerned about how they're going to get the right talent into their organization. And although hiring has not come back fully, I think that it's really really has not left their mindset and is really important to them, and they are thinking about what they're going to do strategically in the future to deliver the right candidates. As we know, that getting the right candidates is extremely important these days. You can't make a mistake in a hiring decision, and so companies are really focusing on making sure that even though they're not doing a lot of hiring, but when they are hiring, they are entering into relationships with the right partners and making sure that ultimately they can meet their business's needs.
I'm going to say that I'm starting to see in the past couple of months our customers' businesses come back. So they're excited about the uptick. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about ramp-up planning, what it's going to mean for them, how closely we're going to partner with our customers. And now we're starting to see recs come through. We're starting to see adds to our teams. We're starting to talk about new markets. And that's a very exciting point.
Our 2008 lasted till about April of 2009. And in 2009 it became 2010 quite quickly, which was in April. And so from April onward, we've seen the market begin to recover. And what's interesting is we've seen that recovery in a few different industries, specifically around financial services, energy, and so the various industries that would come out of a recession first. So our sort of turning of the corner was in the April timeframe.
Within Connexa, a great deal of things have happened. And one of the key things that I've been fortunate to be a part of is rebranding our organization and be a big part of the go-to-market strategy for us as an organization as well as the RPO. And probably the aha moment for us, that turning point, was when we were presenting that to the sales team and coaching them and training them on how to use that message, how to really take all of this that we've built and take it to the marketplace, and the excitement, the energy that was created just within our organization to carry that message and that water out to the marketplace was probably the turning point. It's where, 6 months ago we started to see some enthusiasm within our organization.